Hello everyone, I'm Juggerite, and this stream is for my Minecraft Bedrock Survival Let's Play series. And today, for our very first stream, we are going to set up our skeleton farm. And I've got a pretty good idea of what we're going to do. Get loaded in here. I was just watching TV, don't mind me. And yeah, we're going to use some fish. I normally just use the fish between episodes to I got a lot of fish from fishing, trying to get books and bows and stuff, which I mean in some aspects did pay off. But here's our skeleton spawner that we had found. And actually, let me turn the game sound down just a little. See if that'll be any better. But I've got materials in here. Um, we don't have sponges, so we know we are going to have to fill all this water in. The skeleton spawner is like right here somewheres. So without sponges, we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way to get rid of this water. Oops, if I can stay out of it. And what I was thinking is, we can bring the skeletons up to make them easy to kill. Like, they should definitely be a one-shot with our sword. So we're going to have a really big building here. Yeah, there's the skeleton. There's where we fell in and found it when we were over here getting sand. And I had to block off the water so that I could get some torches on it. The crazy thing is, oops, most of this sand we're gonna have to dig back up for what we're gonna do today. And this is pretty time-consuming stuff. Normally it wouldn't be this bad, but this one just so happened to be underneath this little pond here. And if I'm not mistaken, I brought a bed over here. That way when it gets dark, we could sleep and not have any problems. I had considered just staying up and hunting creepers for the gunpowder, but I know what we're going to do already is going to take some time because of what I have planned, so I didn't want the stream to go too long. But this is our basic layout right here, and we're going to actually build this going into the mountain or hill there instead of terraforming around it. We're just going to work with the terrain. This build is going to be really tall, and we're going to be able to see the skeletons spawn underneath us. Yeah, we're going to be able to see the skeletons spawn underneath us with tinted glass. So we can, I mean, it'll be spawn proof anyways because of the tinted glass, but we will also be able to see them come up a tinted glass elevator and all that. We'll end up putting an enchantment setup in here and expand off of this, but today's objective, I got the coordinates here for where we want the corners of the building. 1330, 181. So back this way. Thought I heard a mob. Maybe it was just a llama, but I thought I heard a skeleton. So here's our front corner, our front right corner, and our front left corner is going to be 1320. Right there. So our back left corner is going to be at negative 194. And 1330, negative 194. Right there. So that's what we're looking at right now. That's where our outside walls are going to be. So that means, oh, it's getting dark. Let's go ahead and grab that bed. Yep, there it is. And we'll just plop it right there. Alright, so this is going to be a little different than what you would normally do. This spawner was so close to the surface that I really wanted to take advantage of that. So our walls are going to go here, right? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to need to, we're going to be able to see this from the inside. So we want to go ahead and extend this down. And we're basically going to dig all the way down, and the floor of this thing is going to be, again, the tinted glass so that we can see the skeletons spawning in. And then we're going to drop them onto a hopper. So that, with a carpet, so that we can collect all of our stuff without having to worry about it. It'll just collect into a chest. And while you're, sorting that out, it'll So now we can just take out all this. And this is what we're going to dig down all the way to down to our level where the skeletons are going to get flowed into our kill chamber. So, I mean, it's a lot of digging. Normally, if it's farther underground, we would do like we did our cave spiders farm and just, you know, create like an underground little room where we can go and do our thing and have our enchantment set up and storage and all that, which I'm kind of debating. I mean, I had added a spot for string, and we're going to add some spider eyes into our storage building over there. But I've been really kind of debating on whether or not we want to just expand the storage in the spider farm. Because eventually, I mean, if we use it a lot, the chest that I have designated for those items in the storage room are going to get full. But with the skeleton farm, we can get bone meal and stuff. So I'm not sure how much we'll be using the spider farm after we get this all set up. Honestly, we have 2 chests full of spider eyes and string down there already, and the only way I could see us needing to use it would be if we somehow used up all that string. Our blaze farm is definitely going to be the way to go for experience and mending tools and stuff, but I'm not sure how often we'll have to do that really even. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to get the blaze rods, which can make really great fuel. But I also would like to set up an automatic kelp farm, because kelp blocks make great fuel. Again, it's not going to be a zero tick farm. I know a lot of people think of those things as being too overpowered, and you know, they can be, I suppose. So what I want to do is just make an automatic one that, you know, with some observers and some pistons. So it's still automatic, but not overpowered. And we still have the plans for the lighthouse over there, which I think will be really good to have, especially after we fight the dragon and go to the end and get an elytra and some shulker boxes. We'll be wanting to find an ocean monument, and while we're, you know, doing the ocean stuff, I think the lighthouse is going to be a really good addition to that part of the series. Just because of our little cove we got going over here, it's like, you know, light our way home. Alright, we haven't made it to the spawner yet, so we know these are still coming down. We gotta be getting close to the spawner, though. I do know that. And it looks like we're gonna be gathering quite a bit of dirt for this terraforming we need to do. By the way, if you're not familiar with the series and this is your first time watching, there's a link in the profile to my YouTube channel where the Let's Play series takes place, and a new episode comes out every Tuesday and Thursday. Um, I may add in another day at some point in time, but for right now, that's the current schedule. Um, I will be doing more tutorials, which I don't have set days for. Um, I would like to do a pumpkin farm tutorial, give everybody kind of a more in-depth explanation to how those things work. Yeah, we're getting there now, and let's get those out of the way. Get those in. I can see the opening to the spawner right there. That was the first tunnel I dug to get out, and ended up hitting more water. And I was like, oh man. So I had to readjust the tunnel. And I'm not placing logs very well. There are a lot of, I do know I hear zombies now. And if you are new, then you probably don't know. I light everything up. I would rather spam torches and know everything is lit up really good than to have mobs spawning other than where I want them to. Especially after we get our elytra, we're going to be wanting to have a mob farm to get gunpowder and such, and everything that spawns in other than your farm is just going to reduce your rates. So that's not something that we want. Let's block that off. That was the tunnel I dug that led to more water. I was mistaken. Not quite sure what this tunnel was. That might have, maybe it was both of them. Maybe I dug out two different spots that led to water, because I didn't go far enough. This thing is so close to the surface. Don't worry about the goat. Those things can jump really, really high. He'll get out of here with no problem. In fact, if you do try to take goats and keep them as pets like you would your cows and your sheeps and stuff, is strongly. I mean, the only way you're really going to be able to keep them in is to put a roof on their pen. Yeah, they're. Let's get down here. Let's get a torch there so that this area is lit up. Meant to place that down there. And there we go. And we need to sleep. So a Minecraft day is 7 minutes, and a Minecraft night is 5 minutes, and so it doesn't really give you a whole lot of time to do certain things on these bigger projects. So if you're not right at your base where you can hop in bed, I mean, we could do it in the dark, sure, but I will kill you. That's like the third goat that's done that to me in this world. Oh, excuse me. Got the burps. So let's I don't have tinted glass on me, but for the time being, we'll do this. And that's the level that we need to go to. Because our tinted glass floor is going to be 2 blocks above the spawner, and oh, there we go with the logs again. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to just put more tinted glass over the spawner so things can't spawn on top of it. But the layers of tinted glass won't affect us being able to see it in action. So we'll be able to see them spawn, we'll be able to see them get funneled through the tunnel and all the way up to us where we can take them out. And I'll fill all that in. I'll just completely fill that in later. And we have a llama here. Our next episode, we are going to find the stronghold, hopefully get the portal fired up, and get whatever loot we can. And we're going to build a couple villager houses, which should be fun. Our next 2 villagers are going to be a Unbreaking 3 villager and a farmer. We want to be able to trade our farmable stuff for food. Hopefully get some golden carrot trade from the farmer villager. If not, we'll end up getting a second one, or if need be. The worst part is you don't know what that last trade is going to be until you get them there. And the glycerin melons are okay for pushing brewing, but golden carrots are definitely the way to go for food once you have them available. In general, though, I do normally eat the steak. I like the beef. It's does the most for your hunger and saturation levels and stuff. But the golden carrots would be ideal once we get that as an option. At least for things like the wither fight and things like that. Who knows how many times we'll end up fighting the wither for beacons and whatnot. Alright, so I believe this is, we're currently at the level that our glass floor is going to go. So that's good. We can just level all this down now, and then we're gonna have to go down a little bit more still, and no more llama. That's a cave system back there. And the rest of that should be fine. It's got a torch back there. We haven't explored to it from the other way yet, but definitely need to do some more caving, especially when we get our mob farm built, we're gonna want to get more of them caves lit up that we haven't gotten to yet. I haven't really done a whole lot of mining since we did our caving expedition, uh, so I'm not entirely sure um, how much caving is left to do in our area, but we do know that there is some. And I mean, I could either do that in the series, in the videos, or I could do that in a stream. Uh, Let me know what you guys think. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. Um, so underneath where our, I just had to double check. I shouldn't have doubted myself, but underneath where our logs are for our top building, that is going to be cobblestone and mossy cobblestone walls down here. I want it to definitely have the dungeon vibe. I mean, that's what it was, and we want to keep that. Just to kind of go with the theme in our world. Like we did the spider spawner with the mine shaft slash dungeon feel. I mean, even though it wasn't a dungeon, um, I thought that, it was appropriate for a spawner to have that dungeon type feel. And we're getting pretty close to having our digging done. And we can just use some of that there. And there. That way we don't have empty holes. And there we go. It's just going to be easier to get these walls in now than later, so we're going to go ahead and take care of that. We still have to go down 3 more layers. But I mean, there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube on how to set up farms and whatnot. Looks like I'm out of cobblestone. For us though, things are going to be a little different. And I'm one of them people. I like to kind of design my own things when I can, and know that there's nothing else like it out there. I mean, not that I don't want other people to use my ideas and whatnot. I mean, that's how things get started, and we are out of cobblestone. So let's make a. Well, let's go ahead and throw this in there. Oh, and we got a lead off that llama. Didn't even realize that. We're gonna head over to the storage building because I'm using my Silk Touch pickaxe, so we didn't get any new cobblestone. I meant to switch pickaxes, and if I had done that, I think we probably would have been able to save ourselves this trip. And we'll go ahead and put this stuff away that we have on us. Gravel here, and then yeah, I can hear the minecart at our pumpkin farm and our honeycomb farm. Yeah, those things can get pretty noisy at times. And you know what? Just to be on the safe side, I'd rather have too much than have to come back. I know it's not going to take that much, but again, I'd rather have too much than to have to come back. And there's a torch over there by that chest. That's the geode we found. So, I mean, it is actually loaded in while we're at our base, and it's probably loaded in from over here too. So it's producing while we're anywhere's up in our area, which is really nice. And we're gonna do something with that. Um, I'm not sure if that'll be. Now I know I heard a zombie. There's got to be like. It's got to be down in the caves there. So I think we're gonna have a spiral staircase coming down into this thing, and I think that'll be really nice. And there we go. And let's go ahead and take those off and throw another torch back on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one should actually be all the way up here. Alright, and then our guys will come through here. Um, so you know what, this can I actually didn't need to dig this out either, so we can get our cobblestone in here. Um, this cobblestone here probably won't be visible with the spawner and everything there. But so essentially our skeletons are going to come this way, they're going to come down, they're going to come around, they're going to shoot up a bubble elevator, and they're going to get moved over and drop down to 1 block above this, because there'll be a hopper on the top of that block. And that's the level we're going to be standing at. So we'll be able to sit there and farm them, not take any kind of damage or anything, and get all the bone meal we want, bows, armor. Most likely the armor is just really going to be smelted down, but we have a blast furnace we're going to put in here for that purpose. The leather armor you can't smelt down, but you know, we can have storage for that. And I had thought about just putting a cauldron in here with some lava to throw that stuff away, but Then I was like, well, you know, what if we want to do something with some armor stands or something and dye leather armor different colors and whatnot. Um, I thought that would be a really cool thing to do. Oh, I know why I had left this wall out. This wall is actually, I wanted to do tinted glass for this wall also. That's what the plan was. Okay, so, and this is why you don't second guess yourself. So I was right, and I only thought I was wrong. We're just going to leave this one layer here, though, so we know. Actually, let's go ahead and take it up, too. Why not? And it looks like we need to empty our pockets. So, let's come right here. And we'll get our cobblestone walls in. Yeah, see, that's the cave. It's probably where the zombie sounds are coming from. That would be crazy if there was a zombie spawner right there and I just don't even know it. I highly doubt it, but, I mean, you never know. I didn't expect to find this skeleton spawner. I was just collecting sand for glass. And it caved in, and here we are. Now, I'm not exactly sure if that's part of the cave system that we had opened up when we expanded our mining area, or if that's just, you know, off of something different. Um, Again, when we go caving, we'll find all that stuff out. We have a lot of caving to do. I do know that. And when you're doing these things, be really, really careful. Um, Especially if you're in an open area like this, or even in a closed-in area, where a creeper could dive bomb you or sneak up on you. You don't want anything to happen to your spawner, because if something happens to it, I mean, it's gone. There's no getting it back. So you have to be very careful with them things. I hear you, Mr. Zombie. Whenever you're ready, buddy. Yeah, I said whenever you're ready. I don't think it would be necessary for this wall to be glass. I don't think we would get any kind of... I don't think it would do us any good. But it is starting to get dark, so we are going to tower up out of here and get some sleep. Where's our low point? Over here. And our bed's over here. I guess I didn't look at the Enderman. I wasn't sure, but he's not attacking me, so I'm guessing I'm good. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of that stuff out. I still got more stone. I don't need quite that much cobblestone. We are pretty much close to being done with the cobblestone. We just have to change out our floor and stuff. Alright. So we are currently 3 blocks under the spawner, and that's what we want. But we want to change our floor, so we have to go down one more layer. And this layer here will actually have to go down a few more, because this is the side they're going to get flushed out on. Of dirt right here. And let's get our mossy cobblestone in here. We'll use it up first. I'm not quite sure how well it's gonna stand out through the glass, but I have no idea why I put those there. That's but if it doesn't show up that well, we'll still know it's here. So, and lesson learned. So we got 2 more layers. And this wall here is going to be tinted glass, but it would be kind of pointless for it to go down any farther, so it's just going to sit with the rest of the floor. And I should have probably grabbed the tinted glass while we were up there, but I didn't. And now we can finish transitioning this wall. I mean, if you weren't ever going to see this thing, you could save yourself a lot of work. Just go out 4 blocks from the spawner, and a lot of people just, you know, seal them off and decorate their rooms or whatnot, or don't decorate their rooms. It's totally up to how you like to play. Me personally, I like to be able to see my spawner and know that everything is working like it's supposed to be. That way, if there's ever any problems, I'll be able to see what's going on, so that I can fix those problems. Alright, so our water's gonna come down this way. In fact, let's go ahead and put a temporary cobblestone there. Or we may even just leave that cobblestone. That's not really gonna affect anything. In fact, we can, yeah, let's just go ahead and put that too high. Our water's gonna come down here, and it's gonna push them down here. Now we want them to come down where they can't get back up there, right? So we want our trench to drop down. And I'm not exactly sure how far it's going to go that way. We will figure that out. But just in case, again, that we can see this stuff, I want to make it match. And that goes for this one too. And if I didn't have an abundance of coal, I honestly, even still, I'm surprised I'm passing that up. That's not normally my thing, passing up coal and whatnot. So it's going to come down, our water's going to travel 8. So on the 7th block, we actually need to drop this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this needs to come down a level. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our water is going to stop right there. And we don't have any ice to help the mob slide. So this is going to be basically a system where we're going to rely on the skeleton that's here to either get caught in the bubble column that's going to be right here, or the next skeleton coming along is going to bump him in. Either way, it works. In theory. I guess we'll find out for sure if it works or not in a minute, but in theory it works wonderfully. Alright, so we can cover that. Alright, so that's this right here is going to be where we plant our kelp for our bubble column. So we might as well put that there. And we can do cobblestone here. And we'll put glass. Oops. We'll put glass along here. Again, I'm not sure unless there's an angle that we can get to be able to see it. I'm not exactly sure how that'll work out, but that's the plan. So in order to keep the water from splashing out, we'll need to get a few buttons here to help hold the water in. And then again, across here we'll have a layer of glass, and the glass will hold the rest of it up. So let's okay, I'm pretty sure that's the front, so I'm pretty sure I did this right. Alright, so we need, oops, We are going to need our stone cutter. Um, we can do, oops, couple buttons. Where's our glass? Here's our glass. Alright. And um, hmm, there we go. Tinted glass. So we're actually going to double our glass, but it's 4 shards. So we may end up needing to get more shards. Okay, so come here and let's go ahead and get our tinted glass in. Alright. So okay, I'm not sure if that's the right level or not. And I fell down here. Alright, there's 1, 2. Oh yeah. Okay. Perfect. So we can go ahead and get this in. And we'll actually move our exit to that corner over there to come back up out of this thing. I'm not sure if the rest of the tube really needs to be tinted glass or not. Okay, so they're gonna come up right there. So we can finish filling this down here with cobblestone. I feel like this part could be tinted glass. Because from some angles, alright, we could even use regular glass down here because there's no light sources going to be in here. So inside the actual farm we could have used. But we want to keep it in unison, so. tinted glass. The only Minecraft glass you can break with your fist and get the item back. I like it though. What do we got going here? This is the wall, so we can just cobblestone that. Should be fine. And it looks like we are definitely going to need more amethyst shards. Okay, so let's go ahead and take our water bucket and get our water stream started right there. And we'll create an infinite water source so that we can actually, let's undig this so that we can get out a little easier. And double check our tinted glass. No more tinted glass. Alright, so we're going to refill our water bucket. I haven't checked that out. We're gonna see what we got for amethyst shards. If we have any more, they're going to be in the log cabin in the mining slash fishing camp. Oh, and the cows are so noisy. We have another fox that we can put in our fox sanctuary. I mean, he ate our chicken, so we already fed him. No more shards. Alright, so what that means is we're going to the geode. And I don't want my silk touch pick for that. We want our fortune 3 pick. Oh, when I was getting set up for this thing, I realized we didn't have enough kelp. And so I just went out to the ocean to get a bunch of kelp. And I got this. And I found some dripstone where this guy was shooting tridents at me from. It wasn't quite an underwater ravine. It was more like an underwater cave. But I thought that was really cool. We definitely need to get a bubble elevator set up for our geode, because it's right there. And this is, oops, this is the route that I currently have to take. For those of you who may have gotten a little confused about its location, because of the cuts and stuff, in order to try and keep videos at a reasonable time length. Let's make this a little easier. I normally have to do a lot of parkour, so let's take care of that right now. So we come up here. This is the mine shaft, the broken off piece of mine shaft that we didn't know was here. So we came back to it. Not the second mine shaft. This is still part of the other one. It's just a disconnected piece. Um, so this is how I have to come to the geode currently. I mean, it's a here, Skelly. It's a little bit of a trip because it's a lot of round and rounds, and it's really, literally right underneath us for the most part. Um, I came and collected a bunch of these things, or collected all of them. I silk touched shards, and it, so they've only been growing while we were over there working on the skeleton farm. So we're not gonna get a lot of. We're not gonna get a lot at the moment. So we may go ahead and start on the build and then come back to finish making the functionality of the farm. So with our Fortune 3, just those couple gave us 36 shards. So I mean, this thing is, Fortune 3 is definitely the way to go. Don't bother setting up an auto farm. I mean, if it's gonna be always active, I guess. I mean, it's up to, whoops, up to you. But I don't know. I feel like it's just you're gonna get so much more if you just do it manually. I got the stuff set up here to change the floors out because we can't insta-mine the worked block, and so I don't have to worry about accidentally breaking these. And in hindsight, when I set this thing up originally, we had so much oak wood, I could have used oak, it, you know. And I just have this stuff here for a couple of bubble elevators to make the trip a lot easier. Um, in fact, actually, let's move that torch right there, and let's take that block out and pour our water there, and mine straight up here. Okay, 185, negative 115. So if I can remember that, we can dig down, fall into our water, and then we just have to, make the trip back, but it'll be a quicker way down. Yeah, see, there's a lot of cave around here that's definitely not lit up yet. Um, this would be the place to come and break off and see what you can get into, I suppose. You can see where the different layers of the mine shaft went and whatnot, but there's definitely a lot of cave. And again, over where we reopened where we expanded our mine, um, that has a lot of, or an area that we know of that goes off the cave. And I'm not sure how far off it goes, but it's definitely something that's going to take away from uh, mob rates on the surface. And yeah, see, there's a lot of cave over that way too. That we just haven't gotten to yet. I think, yeah, see, we got some torches down there. Looks like there could be more cave that way. I mean, I would love to do a stream on that if that's what people would like to see. I think breaking it up for a 30-minute, 20-minute episode is okay. But, if you guys want to see all the action, if you let me know, I would definitely be willing to do a stream on it. Just whatever you guys want to see, that's what I'm willing to do. And let's get away from these noisy cows. Thanks for stopping by. And remember, when we get 20 subscribers on YouTube, we find out what that building is over there. Well, hello, gunpowder. Thank you. And I haven't really done a bunch of nights on here, other than when we were trying to get the zombie. But I would definitely be willing to do some creeper hunting at night. Be a good way to stock up on gunpowder. And you guys better stay away. The next one that rams me, I know the goat lovers are gonna hate this, but the next one that rams me, I'm taking it out. Uh, yeah, it's fair warning. So we have 36 shards and 39. Let's see how much more tinted glass we can get. 18. It's not a lot, but it's something. Yeah, that cave system down here. So, alright, so we got a water source here. If we skip this block and put a water source there, it fills in the middle. So this middle block is now a water source, and we can just take it and continue on just like that. And now you have an infinite water source that you can gather from. Um, and you don't have to worry about running out of water. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. See, the water is going to stop there, but we don't want this water pushing back. So, there, a couple buttons. The skeletons will come to right here, just like I did, and they'll either get caught in the bubble column, or the next one coming will bump them in. Either way, it works for us. Not quite sure how I missed those. And all this. I missed all this. Whoa. Alright. So this is looking good. Let's get our tinted glass. And can we reach that? No, we can't. But I do believe we can. I think there's a one block gap. Alright, so our skeletons come here, they get bumped in, they go up. And go ahead and throw that back. And I can't get to that from over here, but I can from up top. So I kind of want to give us walking platform. I mean, we can place and break dirt if we have to, but alright. So, I should have saved that other piece so I could put it right there. You know what? I'm going to throw a piece of dirt there for right now. That way I don't forget and it starts spilling out everywhere. So for our walls, I was thinking, I do use a lot, and that is why, that is why I need feather falling on boots before any other enchantment in the world, because I do stuff like that. I am the worst. I couldn't even tell you how many times I've fallen off the cliff over there at the storage unit or storage building, and I always say that I'm going to put up a rail, and I never do, but I continue to fall off it. Okay. So what I was saying before I rudely dropped myself, and an Enderman's caught in the rain, was I know we use a lot of the tiled deep slate, but I mean it's a really good looking block, and I think especially with what we're doing here, um, it's gonna work really well. So we have our stone cutter here. Let's go ahead and make a few stacks to get us started. I believe if I calculated everything correctly, we're gonna need 17 stacks of this stuff. Well, technically like 16 and a half, but okay, it's not late enough to sleep. Uh, that's what that is right now. So we can kind of do our wall as a. I was thinking it would be a good little temporary staircase of sorts. To help get us up and down. And I mean, I guess in here we could have done a different block. I mean, this is all below ground, but at the same time, I just I thought it just made more sense to use the same block that's going to be up out of the ground too. Uh, just because it's even though we're going to have a spiral staircase coming down, it's essentially one room. The rooms coming off of it will be above the surface, so I my my goal is to have a room come off one side for our enchantment setup, right? And maybe one, and that'll probably be like this side, and then we'll probably have a storage room come off that side over there. So Rain can be relaxing. Uh, in Minecraft, not so much. But I do love the way it snows up here. Um, Normally, that's what I get is the snow over at the base. He's not gonna blow me up while I'm sleeping. And now the rain should probably stop. Let's see if we got any gunpowder, and we did. And that's so much better. Okay. So our building here is again going to be really tall because we are going to our bubble elevator is going to bring the skeletons up um, 20 levels so that when they fall they're a one-hit kill. We have mending on our sword, yeah, so it's not really the biggest deal, um, especially with the enchantments we have, but you know, if we were to be setting this up earlier game and all we had was like an unenchanted iron sword, then that's definitely what we would want, how we would want it. And last piece can go right there. So we're almost up to ground level. So spiral staircase when you come in here will be, and I had actually thought about it. It wouldn't do any good over in these areas, but I really wanted to use wall blocks. They would just kind of attach to the ground though, so I think we're gonna pull this back some. That way we have a. So our door is actually going to be like right here, okay? And so we want a little bit of breathing room for that. And we can give our villager like some grass over there instead of all that stone. Alright, so now we are back in action. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. We can take some more of these. I think what we're going to do is fill these into ground level, and I'd really like to use the walls, the wall blocks. Um, yeah, so it'll give me the option. door. Let's see how far we get with this before we go making a bunch more of them. So ground level. Which will vary in the spots, but that is fine. And we can always fix this up later if we end up doing terraforming and need to change some of these to wall blocks or something like that. Okay, so we just either use a few more or we do that. And let's see how this is going to look exactly. Oh, I needed 7. Okay. I think the walls are going to help give it some depth and just make it look a little bit better than if we were just to use blocks. I apologize. Oops. I apologize. But that one missing block is going to drive me crazy. And I will show you a trick about your doors too. Okay. So we're going to put this here. Now in hard mode, zombies can break your doors down, right? Well, if we put the door, oops, so probably need to be facing the other way. If we put the door right here, then the zombie thinks it's already open, so they can't break it down. Just a cool little fact that you can test out. We'll probably end up having like a clock and stuff like that in here, so we'll be able to see if we need to be able to sleep. But I don't think we're going to get into the actual decorations and whatnot today. I don't really know how long of a stream you guys typically enjoy, but I feel like 2 to 3 hours for a stream is probably plenty. See, I can't jump up there. I don't know why I was even trying. I do have more right there. blocks being blocks instead of walls here at the ground, I think helps give it like a little more secure foundation type look. Now on the inside, it's a noticeable difference. And that's kind of what I was worried about too, but let's roll it over to daytime and see exactly how it looks and see if it's something that we can live with before we making too much more of this. I mean, you come in, go down the staircase, you're standing way down there. Don't really think it's well, I don't really think it's going to be much of an issue. And again with the falling. There's a creeper wanting to wreck our day. Yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. I mean, we can do something where the changes are on the inside so that it looks good. Trying to get some of this stuff out of my inventory. So our outer walls, if my calculations are correct, need to go the same height as the top of our tube. And our zombies are gonna need to come up to level 96. So we're gonna need to go up to level for the the extra blocks for the tube or whatever. We're gonna need to go up to 99 with our walls here, and that's going to get us where we need to go. Let me grab some more logs. Oops. Okay. I was thinking, I know I brought some logs, and you know what? We're gonna use some cobblestone too just to make us like a little staircase here. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, that's gonna be it right there. And our feather falling. And if I'm wrong, we can adjust these later. And I'm honestly probably going to strip all these logs. Because I think that would look better. Now we know exactly how high our walls need to come. And we can focus on that. That is so crazy. So on the walls, because of the slight height difference, you can only come up 2 at a time and still reach down. Oops. I keep throwing that third one in by accident. Habits. I don't want to fight it. Alright, that's one wall down. 3 more to go. It's a pretty repetitive process, and especially on something this tall, which is why I would normally do like a time lapse or something of that nature. Let's go ahead and strip this stuff while I'm able to reach it. Then I want the dirt tower back up later. But so it's just that's Minecraft. You build and you build and you mine and you mine.
I mean, just like with any game, when you understand the mechanics of how things work, um, they become a lot less intimidating, and it's easier to figure out how to achieve certain goals. Like with iron farms, for example, Bedrock is a lot more complicated than Java Edition, but iron farms is something we can do now. How relevant is an iron farm uh, with the rates that we get on Bedrock Edition? Considering we now can fortune iron and everything. Uh, I'm not really sure because the spawning mechanics are completely different. Um, I mean, if you didn't have villagers spread out all over like we do, and you actually had a iron farm that was, you know, could be loaded in from your base, and you wouldn't have to AFK there. It just ran in the background. It would probably be fine. But because we have villagers and the way Bedrock works, um, yeah, this thing is gonna be massive. I almost, honestly, and we may come back and do this sometime, but I mean, we could make this Skelly Castle and do like some round towers out here instead of what we got going there right now. I mean, that could be a thing. I'm using cobblestone instead of dirt. That way, that way I know. But I mean, honestly, I could have just used dirt. You can tell the difference between where the wall connects to the ground and where a regular block is. Especially the way we've set this thing up. I didn't want some giant glass tube just poking up out of the ground. So, I thought, hey, this could be a really cool thing that we could do and keep it completely enclosed, and it would be kind of nice. Oh, why have I not been stripping this one? Sorry, I can get those from down there on that wall, just like I'm going to do that one. And I am not the fastest builder by any means. Not even building in general isn't even one of my strengths. I mean, I'm still learning a lot of things. Trying to get better at detailing and things like that. And the designing. Looks like we're making it to the top here, this wall. There we go. So we got 2 walls down and 2 to go. I definitely think it looks better with the stripped logs. Let me know what you guys think. I if you think the natural wood look like that looks better, um, if I get enough feedback that that's the way to go, I'll come in and I'll change it. I am not above doing that if that's what people seem to like the most. But I think the strip logs there look a little bit better. Okay, let's do that. And now we're back inside. Okay. And of course, if you didn't get what I was saying when I mentioned me falling down these holes and stuff before, uh, now you know. Now you know. It was, I did not bamboozle you. I am a Minecraft klutz. I completely forgot that this was open, and then, like, I was right here. This is where I fell in at, though. That's the tube, the drop tube. Okay, so here's my way up to the door. I was like, where did the rest of it go? And I guess we're gonna do like this for now, and that lets us out. Now, we can definitely try all this one more time. Okay. Ah, I can't believe I did that. Can I just take this around to the door? Okay, that was okay. I gotta be more careful. This is gonna be harder and harder to get up here in a minute. And we had a sheep come visit. It's always nice. Where were all the sheep when I needed a bed the first day? Since then, they've been cooking themselves for me and everything. Uh, not exactly sure which episode that was in, but that was not what was intended. Um, but a sheep did run across the campfire, and he was delicious. But I was trying to actually get him in a pen so that I could breed some sheep, so that we could stock up on some wool and things, and an automatic sheep farm. That's getting to be up on the priority list. We don't have one yet. We don't have all the colors. I mean, we haven't found a jungle yet, so brown dye is not a thing. But you know, I think other than the brown dye, uh, we probably have access to all the other colors, and we could go ahead and do a sheep farm, and just worry about the brown sheep when when we find one. I think that could be a thing, and then we'll have access to all the different colored wools that we could use. And I don't think I stripped that down there, so I'm gonna have to get that from the last wall. But hopefully, we'll go check our geode before we get started on the roof and see if we have some more amethyst shards. Um, we at least want to finish filling in the roof there, our floor. We want our floor to at least be amethyst shards. If we can't, do the whole tube with tinted glass, then that'll probably be fine. I mean, but we definitely want our floor to be, because the light coming through will affect our spawner. What's that one log I can't reach? Got it. And I want to capture these guys, but I don't have a shield. In hindsight, after thinking about that for a second, where did that creeper go? I probably could have buried them in the ground, and then they would have despawned. If I couldn't have got them to pick anything up, they would have despawned. And for nothing. So we got one more wall to go. And this thing is huge, but I think it's really gonna look good when we get it done. I'm really looking forward to using this thing. Not only for the XP to mend tools and stuff without having to go to the Nether, or oh my goodness, the wall's a little bit high. But you know, the bone mill. All we have is our little makeshift bone mill machine that sees a little bit of action now and then. And I mean, it does get us some bone meal, but honestly, most of the bone meal I've used is just come from killing skeletons, or you know, them spawning in before I sleep, and me finding the bones and arrows laying around. You know, I mean, if I see free bones laying there, I take them, and I make use of them. Why wouldn't I? I didn't even have to do anything for them, and they're just laying there. It's like a gift. You know, you don't just walk away from a gift, not if it's something you like. And, you know, it was no strings attached. It's the best kind of gift, right? We don't have a pig farm. I mean, pork chops are good, but I mean, honestly, we don't have a need for them. But it would maybe be nice to have a pig pen, just so that, I mean, we got the foxes, and we find a jungle, we could get birds and pandas. Maybe we just like collect all the animals or something. Maybe that could be one of our goals. It would be nice to collect all the music discs. Um, we could do some nighttime adventures and use our skeleton friends to. I think one more stack will do it. Use our skeleton friends to kill creepers for us. And if a creeper is shot by a skeleton, um, it can drop a music disc for you. And that's a fairly good and easy way to collect them. Alright, so we want deep slate wall tiles. And we're going to end up with a few extras when we go putting windows in these things. I'm not exactly sure where the windows and whatnot are going to go, and for the sake of time, I don't really think that's something we're going to get to today. I really don't think we're going to get to um, the interior design of this thing today at all. This is taking a little while, and having to make the run to the geode, and now possibly a second run, and I don't remember the coordinates to dig down that hole. I mean, I know I could dig down where that torch is, and I'll land somewhere in that area, but I don't know if I'll hit the water, and I'm not quite sure how deep it is. I mean, we do have the feather falling floor boots, and I've been falling off of this, or jumping off of this actually. Um, so, yeah. Maybe we just chance it. Oh, the gray sheep. Maybe we just dig down, and wherever we fall at, if it misses the water, then we just realign it. Um, some rotten flesh. Yeah, let's, I think that's gonna be what we do. We're gonna check out our geode and see if we can get some more glass. Well, amethyst shards to finish off our glass. All this podzol is from where I was growing the giant spruce trees over here. Let's do this. That way I don't unexpectedly, hopefully, we're talking about me, but hopefully I don't unexpectedly fall down this hole. In fact, just in case I've done something wrong and I end up in lava, I want my water bucket and the hot bar. But, we're going to take this iron. You can never have too much iron. And we'll fill this all back in. I'm not sure what Y level the geode is on. Oh, I did a good thing. Oh, is it not? Are we too far from the geode over at the Skelly farm? Or do these... I didn't think it was big enough, but I should have left it. Um, I mean, some of these are growing. Maybe they just grow that slow. We may have to... Yeah. I thought if they were like one stage down, you could still get some, but not as many. obviously I was wrong, so we're looking for ones that are grown, or any of them. I thought that was ready. None of these are ready, and we're not gonna have this many because I broke a few thinking. Okay, let's check this layer. That one's ready. That one's not quite. That one's ready. Well, you know, it may be just enough to. Put this drop down here. It may be just enough to get us the few pieces we need up to where we left off on the floor and the one in the tube. And we do have regular glass that we can use to. Oh yeah, this is a slime chunk through here. Actually, I think this is a double slime chunk. Because a lot of times there's slimes back that way too. But so this is how I get all whenever I have to come through here, and sometimes to the spider farm. This is where I get all the slime. That's why I never have to go hunting for it.
But we do know where a few swamps are, uh, just in case we ever need to track any down. But honestly, I can figure out exactly what that slime chunk is, and we could set up a farm with, we could set up a farm with magma blocks and such, if we needed to, you know, iron golems and everything. And I'm just now wondering if we don't do all tinted glass, do I have enough glass over here? I do know we have more back at the base. Alright, we got some daylight. Let's get all the tinted glass we can. $14. Yeah, let's empty out our inventory a little bit. We got some extra stuff in here. Alright, so here's our little okay, so I want to leave that one for the moment because that's our escape route. There we go. And from this point up, we want our tube to be where we can see. Because, well, I mean, I guess this one here doesn't really matter because we can't really get back there, but, you know, being uniformed could be a thing. So this is going to go all the way up to 96. And at 96, I'll show you. At 96, our bubble column will spill over, and this will extend out this way like this, and they'll fall straight down, and they're actually going to fall right here. We're going to have a hopper right here going into a chest, a double chest, and then maybe right here we'll have like some kind of staircase going up off to the back, and that's where the storage will be. Um, but for right now, I think that's exactly what we need to do is go ahead and get our staircase in here to make getting up and down in here easier. I I really want to keep the tube with the amethyst or the tinted glass, I mean. So I think that's as far as that's just as far as we're gonna be able to get on this stream. But we could get our staircase in and our roof, and I think that'll be what we get done, and then I'll finish it all up uh, and show you guys in the next episode if I can. Actually, I do not want that against the wall. That actually needs to come out 2 away, right? My math is right. Um, let's go ahead and just do that for right now and get us some slabs and some slabs. Oops, I don't want to get rid of my axe just in case I need it. But some slabs and steps. We're gonna need more slabs than that. So let's do that. And we're probably gonna need more stairs too. I think we're gonna do a cobblestone roof outlined with spruce stairs, and I think that will look really nice. So what we want to do right here is go ahead and get a couple of slabs there. Just give us a little bit of leeway. And okay. I guess I really need to be like over here and get our stairs there and there. Oops. So that's gonna be the way to do. Bring this down and have a step. I guess that's okay if that's up like that. We can put some candles right there. You know, maybe the best way to do this would just be to start at the bottom. So slabs there. Because that's how we go up. Just like that. And get us a couple more slabs out. Just like that. Or, you know what? We got the wall. We can use the wall. Um, and I think it'd probably be better just to do the roof and everything when this is finished up. Um, Again, I'm just not really sure. This is my first stream, and I mean, different people have different viewers with different preferences, and I'm just not sure what you guys like. I mean, I don't want to run my stream too long. I mean, I could sit here and do this all day, but you know, I'm not sure what you guys want to see. And it is Sunday. I thought Sundays would be a good day for this. If there's another day that would actually be better, um, feel free to let me know, and we'll see if maybe I can do my streams on those days or not. I mean, hmm. So here's the problem we're going to run into with this. So maybe the door comes up one more level, in which case the rest of this should be fine, yes. So yeah, that's the only thing. So maybe we step up on the out from the outside, um, which is doable. So we'll take those out. Put another log there. Um, get some steps there. And just bring that in like that. And again, this should be okay. So maybe we don't have that corner one, and the rest of that works fine. And that goes there. And we'll sleep and make it daytime. I do normally check on the Wandering Trader just to see what he's offering. Um, you never know. Really been hoping for like some mainly bamboo so we could make some scaffolding. But you know, anything that we don't have that we could use him to get those things and farm and make more would be great. So we need 2 more of those, which is perfect. I had just the 2 that didn't quite make it into a stack. There we go. actually, we're gonna need one more. We want a tiled deep slate step. So we put that in there, and that there. Um, we want that out there though, and we're gonna need a regular tiled block for the floor. So we can get the door. And actually, I'm not sure. So because we're raising this up, we're not gonna like actually be able to use the door trick I was talking about, which is fine. But now we have it, we can come. Oh, is that why I hit my head? I had an upside down stair there? Was this an upside down stair? Can I get through with that there? No, it's gonna, I mean I can. If I go around that way and coming up, I can, so I can come up, but I can't go down without sliding around it. Okay, no big deal. So we got our staircase in. I really wanted to show you guys this thing in action. Um, it's going to be really cool to watch them flow down into that water stream, come back round the corner, float up the tube all the way up, and then drop right down here onto a hopper going into some chests. If you guys would like for me to finish this in stream, let me know. Otherwise, I'll add it into one of my videos on YouTube, and we'll finish it off. Um, I'm not really sure what you guys would like. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button, and you can see more from me. This is my first ever stream. I'll take all the feedback I get and use it to do much better with the next one. Plus, I'm sure there are going to be things that I will figure out myself to help improve things. Yeah, and if you haven't already, look up Juggerite on YouTube, and you can catch up with us on the Let's Play series where all this transpired that you've seen here and more. And in our next episode, we are going to be finding the stronghold and looting the stronghold. And we got 2 more villager houses that we're going to build. Like I said, it's going to be an Unbreaking 3 villager and a farmer. And maybe finish this thing up. I don't know. But anyways, hit that follow button, and don't be afraid to share this with your friends. And if you do check me out on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.